In some major news coming in from Manipur, 10 militants were gunned down at the border. Indian Army Eastern Command informed that, acting on specific intelligence on movement of armed cadres nearby New Samtal village, Khengjoy, Tehsil, Chandel district near the Indo-Myanmar border, Assam Rifles unit under Spear Corps launched an operation on 14th May 2025. During the operation, the troops were fired upon by suspected cadres, to which they quickly reacted, redeployed and retaliated in a calibrated and measured manner. In the ensuing firefight, 10 cadres were neutralized and a sizable quantity of arms and ammunition have been recovered. Operations are still set to be continuing. And on this major story, to give us more details, we've got our Manipur correspondent speaking all the way from Imphal. We've got Mubashir Raji, who will be speaking to Hornbill TV and giving us more details. Good morning, Mubashir. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Mubashir, we are just getting this breaking news. Could you give us and the viewers a little more details? 10 militants are to have been neutralized by the Indian Armed Forces. These militants belong to which group, and could you give us more details on this, please?
Well, Akivito, according to Indian Army sources, the operation is still continuing. There is no official confirmation about, who this groups belongs to. But suspected that, if we look at the geography of the regions, they might probably be, this KNAB,
okay,
which the umbrella bodies they call PDF. That is what suspected to be, but we are not sure and we cannot say also until and unless there is an official confirmation.
Yes.
As far as the incident is concerned, the fact that the incident was tweeted by the Eastern Command itself last night. So probably it was a long, seemed like a long, drawn out, long plan operations and a quite successful one. However, Army sources also said that they have suspected that some militants might still be hiding in the deep jungles and operations are still going on. Dead bodies might perhaps be, if it belongs to Myanmar side, then they will not be brought. But if it belongs to Manipur side, then they will probably bring to this Chandel hospital. Yes, Akipita.
All right, Mubashir, another thing that I wanted to ask was this, that in the country right now, there is already tensions brewing between India and Pakistan, where the Indian Army and also the government sources have confirmed that in the borders, especially towards Rajasthan, Gujarat and Jammu and Kashmir and all the adjoining borders we share with Pakistan, that the security has been beefed up. Do you think in times like this, do you believe, since Manipur has already been going through tensions since May 2023, do you believe that the border security, or rather security forces in the border or the fringe areas, have increased due to such activities happening in the country?
Akivito, the security arrangement in Manipur is already on the already very high in Manipur.
Yes.
But if you talk about this particular incident, local sources also said that there is a tension in the area because of the this border fencing. Because of border fencing, there is a tension between the tension in the area for a long time. So this encounter might perhaps be fall out of the simmering tensions because of the border fencing started by the Indian government. There is another thing. As far as your questions about the security, whether the security arrangement has been increased in the border area or not, the Manipur for many varied regions, security is already on high alert in Manipur. So for Manipur, particularly in this Manipur Myanmar area, border area, security is always on high alert, and I think yes, technical changes might be there, but on and all, security is always on the high alert in Manipur. Yes, Akib.
All right, Mubashir, another thing I wanted to ask you was the violence in Manipur started in May 2023 and it's 2025 again. But we see that, fortunately, we see that things have come to an order. We see the Indian Army, we see a lot of news reports where the Indian Army, the Manipur police, they conduct joint operations, area dominations. And do you think that law and order situation has actually improved in the past 2 years in Manipur? And do you think that things will things are going to heighten up anymore?
Well, Akivite, fortunately, there is no major violence, or particularly ethnic violence related news in the recent past, which is which is a good thing for Manipur. Yes, it might be because of the, after the imposition of President rules in Manipur, certain measures have been taken up by the, central government, by the governor, many, internal arrangement was also made, like the, transfer posting of many civil servants, etc.,
Yes.
and many other technical, things have been taken up by the government. That all credits to them. There is no doubt about it. As far as law and order situation in Manipur is concerned, at the moment, extortion-related activities are common thing in Manipur, particularly in Delhi area. Other than that, there is no major escalation between the, as far as ethnic crisis is concerned. However, there is, some, odd incidents here and there. Other than that, as far as law and order situation is concerned, Manipur is, we can say, coming back to normalcy slowly, of course. But there are, some conflict of interest here and there, like, the Shiroi festival is being organized in this,
Yes.
Urkul, and some organizations claim that, they will not allow, Valley people, Meitei people to their side, and other organizations claim that, this we will not tolerate, etc., etc. But these things continue. Yes, Akibito, back to you.
All right, Mubashir, now moving on to a very different topic. The nation lost a martyr in the guise of Constable Deepak Chingakam. You had attended the funeral. He was given full state honors, not only in Manipur, but also in Jammu and Kashmir. What I want to ask you is, when Deepak Chingakam laid his life for the country, you had attended the funeral service of Deepak Chingakam, and in that funeral, you got the Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, you got the BSF, and on that particular day, it was a very different scene when you saw both the political parties, or the major political parties, that's the Congress and the BJP, attending the funeral. Even though Manipur has been on a spate of violence ever since May 2023, on that day we saw some sense of unity. Do you believe that on that day, when Deepak Chingakam, our late Deepak Chingakam, who gave his life for the country, do you think that during that funeral, at least on that day, Manipur was back to be united? Do you feel that that day people forgot that they were Manipuris and they thought they were Indians? Did you get that feeling since you attended that funeral?
Well, Akibito, it was, quite an emotional moment for all the Manipuris, be it, any communities. And yes, all the political parties, whether, Congress party, many, some 3-4 MLAs from Congress also arrived at the funerals, and BJP is already there, the MLAs are there, BJP President Sardar Devi was there. Yes, during the time of grief, people united. There is no doubt about it. Of course, it was not when I talked to the family member of Deepak Chingakam, they said that, he was the lone earner of the family, and the fact that, he is so young and he was so cheerful guy. So they are probably, very emotional, and the fact that his brother said that, he also wanted to join Indian Army, etc. But having said that, yes, I agree that, the incident has united Manipur in one way or other. Yes, Akibito.
All right, thank you so much, Mubashir, for giving us all the latest details. We will be connecting to you to get more updates onto the main issue in which the Indian Army have gunned down 10 militants. We will be getting back in touch with you to get more details as to ascertain who these militants were and what the Indian Armed Forces were doing, and we'll try and give the viewers a little more details. But as of now, thank you so much for giving us all the latest details. That was our correspondent from Imphal, Mubashir Raji, who just informed us that the 10 militants, this statement was given by the Eastern Command, and this has just been given an info through a press statement. We've got the whole day, and Mubashir will be running after this story.